What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's edited gameplay, if we win this game, we are in the World Series of Season Cove, Season 2 in MLB The Show 17 Diamond Dynasty. So I took out the audio of this gameplay because I was streaming it at about o'clock in the morning, and I was listening to a bunch of music, which I like to do on stream. So I had to take the audio out to make sure that I could get this video to you guys. In the first inning, he has Mike Trout up at the plate, and I'm trying to attack him the best I can, but there's a very interesting result on how this at bat goes. So I'm trying to attack him as much as possible, keeping my pitch confidence up on my pitches, but I'm not executing that well. End up sneaking a changeup by him there, and I try to go high and inside with the fastball. I think I hit my spot pretty well there, got it by him. Now we have a 2-2 count. I'm gonna try that high and inside fastball again, execute pretty well, but he ends up getting a home run out of it. And the feedback on this was pretty dang bad. It just sucks that I gave that up, a late jammed home run. Now we're in the bottom of the first. Video Movie steps up to the plate. I kind of felt like playing in Pittsburgh for some reason. I'm going up against Nolan Ryan on the hill. Get a hanging curveball and knock that out to the Pirates' indented grass out there. And now we go to the bottom of the third. I have my Mike Trout up, and you guys can see me moving around the PCI. I like to move the PCI around a lot before because it keeps your thumb loose. I don't do it all the time, but a lot of the time I do. I move it like inside, and then I kind of like to move it up to where the release point of the pitcher is going to be. And facing Nolan Ryan in this gameplay, I just look fastball. I think that's really what you want to do if you ever face Nolan Ryan, is you just want to look fastball and react to the off speed later. Because if you can take away his fastball, then it's going to be much easier to hit him. So we got a 1-2 count. Just missed that pitch, fouled it off. And also, it's not always going to be that you want to look for the fastball versus any pitcher. You kind of want to read your opponent and what they like to do. We end up getting a smash for a home run from Mike Trout. The feedback gets kind of blocked by my current followers, but it was good and I was on it. And we take a 2-1 lead. Now we're in a segue to the bottom of the fourth. Cal Ripken Jr. is up. I really like this Cal Ripken Jr. card. I like his swing. It's different than last year. I feel like he's actually the best at hitting high and inside pitches out of all the swings for some reason. And Cal, he's been a monster. I know I've been talking about putting my creative player at shortstop. I just don't think that's going to happen. 99 Cal has pretty much earned that spot, like Jorge Bonifacio or Whit Merrifield for the Royals. So now it's 5-1. And Corey Seager is up at the plate. Got runners on the corners, and we're pretty much just looking to put the ball in play and try to get a hit. Get a hit up the middle, past his diving defender at second, and so we are able to take a 6-1 lead. Good base running there as well to not get an extra stupid out. So now in steps his Corey Seager. It's kind of funny how this worked out. A beautiful swing by my opponent to hit a tank there. Inside pitch, and he pulls it. That is some good shit. When you're doing that, you are a beast hitter. You just kind of have to start your swing a little bit early. Now I want to bring you guys this play because when you get a yellow throw from your pitcher to first base, you don't have to cancel it almost any percent of the time. You're pretty much good with that. So just keep that in mind. I just know that's a small thing, but I wanted to show you guys that. Now we got the rookie Griffey up. We're going to try and tag up, and my opponent makes a critical mistake not throwing it home and throwing it to third base. I'm not sure why he did that, but shit happens, you know what I mean? So it's 7-3 now. Now I pinch hit for Chris Sale in that at bat, so I'm going to have to go to my bullpen and I bring in Aroldis Chapman. He's got his creative player up to start it off. I try to go with the changeup. He gets a pretty good hit on that. And so I'm going to bring you guys some more of the gameplay because I pretty much have just been showing you the runs. And I want to make sure that I think how I'm going to do a lot of these gameplays in the future is I bring them to you guys, because I've had a bunch of requests for like moving, when you bringing us gameplays, when you bring us gameplays. I know that some people can't make the stream, so I think what I'm going to do is I'll show you guys some of the runs and stuff like that, but I'll also have parts of the game where you guys can just watch and then I can just kind of talk to you about some stuff. So I was getting into that pitch confidence thing early, and you really, there's so many players that I've seen on my route through playing this game that kind of like they like to dance around a lot when they pitch. And when I bring you guys a gameplay of a couple, I have 2 gameplays of me playing some World Series players. you'll notice that you just, and I think Ink is as well, but you can't dance around. Like, that's way too easy for a World Series or a Championship Series player. You cannot just be throwing balls outside of the strike zone. Now, if your opponent is just swinging at everything and just literally swings at everything, then yeah, I understand why you'd want to pitch outside of the zone. But as much as possible, you want to hit the zone here. I'm trying to hit the zone in this at bat versus Buddy Bell as much as possible, and this is how I like to pitch with Betances. I like to throw that slurve low and outside as much as possible, and I like to throw it for strikes. But this guy had a great eye. It just kind of goes into what I'm saying. Like, if you can take, and then I set up the fastball right there. I set up the fastball right there as much as possible, so you can't really tell if it's a slurve or a fastball, and that slurve is ridiculous. But he ends up walking there. That is a great at-bat right there. And mostly it's because I couldn't hit my spots. But what I'm trying to say is you want to get ahead in the counts. Think of any coach throughout history. They never say get behind in the count. They're always saying get ahead in the count, and it's so important. Cal with that beautiful play there, but he's just too fast, and I can't turn the double play. So make sure you guys throw strikes as much as possible. Be on the corners and throw strikes. When you start throwing a lot of balls, it's really, really bad. I can't stress that enough, because your pitch confidence on your specific pitches are going to go down. And when your pitch confidence on a pitch goes down and then you come to the zone, and it's just going to get smashed. So try as best as possible to attack the zone. Now, this is how I kind of pitch to lefties with Dillon Betances. I like to throw, slurves low and outside. This is kind of like a surprise pitch. Whenever you see that happen too in the game, that means it lagged. If you're way off on your meter like that, it's nothing you did. It was just some lag. I ended up going high and outside, or tried to. I didn't execute it that well, just to get him a different eye level there. Now we're gonna go low and inside. He hadn't really seen it. That's another great take. That's an unbelievable take. I thought I had him frozen there, but this is more of a I'm use mountain business to get your confidence up as well. It's just so important. I cannot stress to you guys how important you need to manage those confidence meters on your pitchers and on your pitcher. When that thing goes down, don't be afraid to put in another pitcher. It's just so important to manage that. So I'm gonna keep pounding away with that slurve. Just kind of go low and inside. So I have my two bases that I usually go with, that slurve to low and outside, or that fastball up, and then I can just kind of mix it up with like a third pitch and a third location when I feel like it. So now he's going to bring in John Axford. I have video movie up at the plate. And one thing I want to talk about is an upcoming video that I'm going to put out about creative players and like what height and weight to make them, how I make them, what I do with my creative player, because I'm seeing a lot of creative players that are like 6'10", and I don't think that's good. So I want to do a video about my creative player and just kind of how I set him up, so I think that more people can set up their creative player better. Just kind of talking about creative players in general will probably be the main theme of that video. So he throws a pitch to Axford here. I try to hit it as well as I can, but I end up getting out. So how have you guys been doing out there? How have your teams been doing out there? My team, I went to the Royals game yesterday. I tweeted out, I had some good seats, man. I was real close to the field. Got a nice refreshment in a beer. Chilled out, got some barbecue. I'm really hoping that the Royals can make it back and get into first place somehow. We just need to go on a nice little hot streak. I think the lineup's pretty set now. I think that Jorge Bonifacio and Whit Merrifield, as of recording in this video and editing this video right now, is on an 18-game hitting streak. They're gonna have to figure out the pitching with Danny Duffy going down. I just know that a lot of Royals fans follow my videos, so I just kind of wanted to comment on that. And I think this is also how I'm gonna do the structure of the gameplay. It's like I'm gonna have a little bit of the impactful plays and the runs, but I'm also just gonna bring you guys kind of my thoughts, kind of answer questions. If I have stuff like I was talking about with the pitching or the creative player, I'm gonna bring you guys like kind of some comments on that. So you guys will get gameplay, and then instead of me going through every single play and announcing exactly what happened, I can just kind of like go off the cuff and talk to you guys about what I'm thinking in specific situations. So you can see me moving the PCI like I was talking about earlier. You know, I'm moving it a little bit inside. You want to stay loose with that left thumb, either moving it up a little bit. I like to move it to where the release point of the pitcher is, whether it's a left or right. And I always like to move it kind of like inside to get ready for inside pitches, to try to turn on inside pitches as much as possible. That pitch in particular, I should have tried to take the other way. So it's 7-4. And now we get another inning with Betances. I think Betances, if you use him right, is really, really good. Something that really helped me use Betances better was actually when the Royals matched up against the Yankees, and I got to see how he pitches IRL. And when I saw how he pitches IRL and uses that slurve, it really helped out. So, I mean, if you guys like to play the game, try to pay attention as much as possible to the MLB. Like, a lot of the times I like to look up swing like especially for Andre Dawson. I looked up his swing animation on YouTube, and what I mean by looking up his swing animation on YouTube is I looked up what his swing looked like IRL, and I looked up George Brett's swing IRL, so I could kind of like get adjusted. I wanted to see how similar they were. I think the Hawk Dawson swing is pretty similar. I think George Brett's is a little bit different. George actually kind of steps more in the bucket, as they say. That's kind of a baseball term where you don't step directly towards the pitcher and you don't step in, you step out. But in this game, he does step towards the pitcher. So I think even just looking at that, it can help you compare, contrast. If you're always in strike zone view, when you're like labbing team epics, or maybe you're doing the Roy Oswalt program, don't be afraid to go out of the view just to look at your guys' swings. I think it's not end all be all. You still want to make sure you're putting the dot on the ball. I can't stress how important that is, but it can help your timing a little bit if you know your swing. And that's one of the reasons I like pitching and pitcher offset too, is I can see guys' swings and how I want to place the ball. So we got Betances just still working. I'm pretty sure we got that with Trout. He's got excellent range out on left field, and he makes the catch. Alright, so we got Paul Goldschmidt up now, and if you guys missed my video on kind of like how to set up your roster, I love this Goldschmidt card. I think he's the best first baseman in the game. If you have 50,000, 60,000 subs, go get him. You can play him versus right, you can play him versus left. Excellent defense, excellent at hitting the ball the other way like he did right there for the home run to give us that insurance run. That was a big insurance run. I still have Griffey in there because I'm working on him. Now we're in the bottom, we're in the top of the ninth, excuse me, and you guys know who's coming in. The best pitcher in the game out of your bullpen by far. If you're doing a BR run and you have the ability to draft Jansen, make sure you do, because he can horse for you. And the best thing again about him is he can just face lefty and righties. Cutter inside on the hands is one of the toughest pitches to hit for a lefty from a right-handed pitcher, because it looks like a fastball the whole entire way. And his sinker I kind of use like a changeup. I do bust righties in with it, but the pitch that gets him out all the time is this slider away. I almost never throw a four-seam fastball with Jansen. There's no real need to ever do that. I just live on the corners with him and throw breaking pitches. And I think a lot of people do sit fastball against Jansen for some reason. But that's just not a good strategy. Just look off speed. That's the one tip I can give you. If I was giving you a tip against Aroldis Chapman, it'd be make him throw strikes. But with Jansen, I'd just say look off speed, because I don't think you're going to get many fastballs. So with that out, we get the win. We're going to be moving on to the World Series. We didn't get shut down by the queue or anything like that. We were lucky to get away with not getting queued on this game. And it was funny this season, because I was at 899 and I was also at 895, but at 891 we finally got in. We ended up playing a song after to celebrate that somebody requested in the chat, which was pretty cool too. He wanted to listen to some Kendrick Lamar, and I was like, after the game, dude, we'll play it if we win it. And sure enough, we were able to get the win. So if you guys like this video, please drop a like on this video. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. I'll be coming out with more gameplays. What do you guys think of the format that I used today? I'm trying to get it to an efficient format so I can get these out for you guys. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm so glad I made the World Series in Season Cove. Look for streams coming out. Follow me on Twitter at Movie Gaming TV and all that fun stuff. And I hope you guys are looking forward to some more gameplays. I hope you guys' teams are doing well. And thank you so much for watching Movie Gaming TV. Peace.